Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer diplomas and degrees within the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment on the following candidates who cannot be present due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
By the authority vested in me, the diplomas and degrees will be awarded to the candidate as announced to me.
For the National Diploma Building, Atenkosi Peter. Yulan Festus. Mzukizi Hanjana. Alberto Hausama. Piers Hubert. Kero Kungola. Pumlani Marjanya. Kutsu Mokhoati. Nyiko Moroti. Andisiwe Mchocho. Letu Ngalo. Kabel Ntsike. Pulelani Ntsimango. Sakumzi Sumdaka. Pulelani Rawusana. Lucanio Tambo. Luvu Zweni. Sinazu Zweni. Venetia Bailey. This is for the National Diploma Clothing Management. Khadija Hill. Rokhaya Abrams for the National Diploma Chemical Engineering. Darren Alexander. Craig Andrews. Kumbutso Baduntswana. Shannon Bailey. Boikahu Paisitsi. Jamie Barnes. Oria Bartolomeo. Namtla Biana. Nadia Boy. Zetu Carla. Nuria Da Costa. Angelo Daniels. Gisla Kumba. Franklin Ewe. Eletu Fultani. Singumzi Fuzile. Rolani Kajule. Esetu Kiyose. Cornelio Goma. Yakum Gue. Dylan Hugas. Enrique Himan. Valusungu Kaira. Bettina Kain Tawa, cum laude. Mizamu Kakudi. Foduwane Kalane. Ernest Kanyeta. Saido Kawaya, cum laude. Apelele Kesi. Fikolomzi Kiba. Lendukutle Kuselo. Sitle Kula. Sarahibes Kuyindama. Monoshi Leshilo. Masekabi Lieta. Voyol Wetu Mokonko. Lopuzanda Makumsha, Sohilisi Marundulo, Tumelo Masilo, Patrick Mzinwa, Chepu Mkololo, Pumla Mlamla, Marshall Moses, Sisipo Momba, Khotatsu Monakedi, Lucanio Mondi, Asisipo Mongameli, Siposetu Pangele, Siabulela Mpapela, Nonkululeko Mtezu, Asematli Mtimkulu, Fignes Mutlovo, Ndala Jean-Luc Mukadi, Kashala Mbwechenu, Zuzaki Msinyati, Mkizi Ngabo, Anati Mkai, Yonela Nkosana, Sesetu Ntoyapi, Owetu Ntengu, Nkenza Nchani, Kulani Nyambi, Aidan O'Connor, Edward Oldman, Loreen Owanga, Johandre Pitt, Nadine Peterson, Michelle Pilani, Bandile Rashani, Abdullah Sali, Alex Samuels, Tokozani Skalk, Motlewana Sequela, Sinalo Sigadi, Ellen Siwela, Siolisi Solani, Taryn Solomon, Asandiswa Solwandle, Maitashi Swatwa, cum laude. Alistair Swartz, Bintu Tabaro, Ndopo Teketa, Walton Terblanche, Sisanda Tom, Matemba Chabalala, Tlotlo Sinyane, Bevan Eithaler, Zonele Vuke, James Vermeulen, cum laude, Kirby Lee Williams, Justine Williams, Nompepu Zweni, for the National Diploma in Civil Engineering, Brimley Abrams, Abdul Coleridge, Regan de Jager, Usama Ibrahim, Lawrence Troy, Ama Kulati Lekuleni, Yuri Lombe, Doctoral Qualifications, James McClarity Miller, Bronley Mentor, Samukelo Mfeka, Lonwabu Mklobo, Blessing Mkizi, Avela Mtokoi, Yamkela Mtokonya, Rushda Naran, Sihle Tanjana, Mihlali Nkesele, Muhammad Said, Ryan Sami, Stacy Singley, Ivo Ngiema, Sangi Chwasile, Nkululeko Wabena, Mkulisi Zenzile, Joel Uwandu for the Engineering Computer Systems National Diploma, Liam Keaton Hendricks, Paul Matavo, Babalwa Umbulekwa, Jose Mbumba, Martin Kosi Msimango, Tatenda Ruswa, Kiran Thompson, Sultanur Arfin for the National Diploma Electrical Engineering, Hussein Arnold, Daryl Edson, cum laude, Luwandu Baba, cum laude, Leroy Beekers, Javai Mkloa for the National Diploma Electrical Engineering, Johannes Conradi, Cleo Taris, Onele Tlambulo, Kiran Duplessis, Sepamandla Faleni, Fuyiseka Fikle, Pusiswa Folokwe, Marcelino Enrico Franz, Senekamva Fudumele, Zetu Gogotla, Alec Gold, Sisa Hlangabezu, Conchita Jacobs, cum laude, Anela Jele, Apiwe Kili, Alvin Kolisi, cum laude, Mbulelo Mapoko, Katleo Malema, Georgina Mampuru, Unati Mana, Sibulele Mandiane, Nolita Manto, Mpostel Mashiane, Zindile Mayongo, Yolisa Mabandazeo, Anda Mbe Jenny, Luxolo Mbono, Sibulele Mdlangazi, Nonsibusiso Mudodi, Nasipi Menziwa, Sanelisi Mgidi, Santana Jr., Mosheshu Mokhashwa, Posiza Mokarinyani, Denayo Molefi, Molusi, Voyo Mqina, Sinalu Mswane, Asavela Msweli, Kwezi Mchelekiso, Nontatu Mchwawuli, Clovis Muleba, Mpoi Mwamba, Andisiwe Mqinwa, Zingiswa Namatilana, Papiwe Ndliki, Nelson Nicolau, Lorraine Nkosi, cum laude. Ayanda Nufumba, Lindokuhle Nohashe, Thokozire Nyerenda, Siamtemba Popu, Abungile Poswa, Sifiso Pocho, Pelekazi Sayini, Ntombontandazu Silokazana, Neliswa Salokazana, Lusanda Sam, Putuma Spunzi, Slulani Shivambu, Varisha Siagoigwa, Zanele Soldati, Lihle Tabata, Voyowetu Tafeni, Siabulela Tom, Kayakazi Tu, Siobiniso Vilakazi, Fiwe Tonia, Samuel Zensile, Terblanche Oret for the National Diploma Industrial Engineering, Modikwe Popape, Jacobus van Rensburg, Ayeza Langeni, Makobongwe Mataba, Mduduzi Mazibuko, Aka Ngijima, Peace Mosimangu, Mbulelu Ngwevushe, Divan Norkie, Rajan Prakesh, Muhammad Abrams for the National Diploma in Mechanical Engineering, Utman Basadin, Tatenda Chatirera, Unchekani Shivani, Raihan Desai, Ziad Doda, Dan Mabialas, Sean Goedeman, Tyler Haynes, cum laude, Uzair Hartley, David Hogan, Kayla Jacobs, Jaden Jacobs, Luazi Jacobs, Calvin Kester, Hosana Kubai, Katiso Lebesana, Letabu Mabiletsa, Siamantanda Magama, Keegan Marks, Chifiwa Matari, Numvulo Mavela, Pohosi Boitumelo, Tatu Montana, Reitumetse Mfela, Armand Mulale, Luto Mvinyelwa, Abungile Ngono, Nobuko Njenje, Andile Nchalaze, Pule Nyenye, Nahim Pandor, Lendukule Pei, Nico Petersen, Zandre Prinsloo, Oteli Salumo, Siviwe Somkloli, Gianoi Sterkste, Mfunzo Sumbana, Selo Tekani, Martin Utoni, Eugene Sadi, Luke van Niekerk, Warren van Niekerk, Cornelius Vermeulen, Andries Weyers, Sipelo Zwelibanzi, Claudio Andre for the National Diploma Mechanical Engineering, Marine Engineering, Sakumzi Madiana, Jonathan Biggs for the National Diploma Mechanical Engineering, Mechatronics, Adrian Keynes, Chad Duncan, Alan Goldfarb, Jean Heradin, Luvo Klazu, Abodou Lasisi, Jakes Mabonda, Admire Mapufomo, Debo Matubatuba, cum laude. Moanana Mtlaleki, Marco Moody, Patrick Mtiani, Baladu Hundonjpang, Martin Kozisi Radebe, Matthew Rose Innes, Gerhardus Skeppers, Kago Semanya, Veroui September, John Tater Blanche, Charles Visser. For the BTEC in Clothing Management, Anila Kube, Sipamandla Botwe, Nomfolelo Nteta, Ozair Enga, Eugene Koopman, Dylan Lameyer for the Bachelor of Technology in Construction Management, Sibongiseni Mahobiani, Pumza Sibanga, Bonginkosi Zweni, Bernavio Abrams for the Bachelor of Technology Construction Management, Facility Management, Jody Lee Arendse, Mfundu Puchingi, Mingona Pakadi, Akata Luzuko Duba, Lelebogile Marubela, Zumtandazo Mpekula, Zonkezu Mdaba, Boys Rebe, Bomba Sotomela, Eloise Christians for the Bachelor of Technology in Chemical Engineering. Nair Jurado, Sipusetu Lumko, Lindsay Mohammed, Zandile Mkotheni, Aubrey Mzangwe, Kawe Nakani, Tita Sakayindo, Kirtley Ambrose Williams, Klebu Yokwe, Tabu Tlalele for the Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering, Construction Management, Sivuyile Makalali, Puletso Molobela, Pilisa Punguswa, Sivuyile Ntakana, Jean Omolombi, Bonga Stierman, Emihle Rebweya for the Bachelor of Technology Civil Engineering Transport, Tozana Dionase, Kangelani Lutwaba, Sive Nkagana, Sive Mhlanjeni for the Bachelor of Technology Civil Engineering Water, Poikanyu Makabulani for the Bachelor of Technology Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Abuyele Mpaku, Nduba Mukendi, Katleho Papane, Duvale Taisdingo, Mtunzi Yiyana for the Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering, Tulani Mkwaka, Buyani Mkankama, Yanga Mklebe, Carlo Patrick, Tulia Banzi for the Bachelor of Technology in Quantity Surveying, Zandiswa Bunge for the Bachelor of Technology in Quantity Surveying, Michle Daniel, Suzipe Kambula, Nosipu Gwenteshe, Zikona Letile, Tandukule Madokwe, Tulipelandigarad Malinga, Zimaza Mavungavunga, Akuna Mkizwana, Azinati Njotini, Vela Pakati, Sibabalwa Soul, Precious Shai, Otiniel Shapalo, Sintolo Sifile, Mbuyesilo Mbewana. For the Master of Construction, with the title Framework to Improve the Safety of University Student Housing Facilities in the Western Cape Province, South Africa. Supervisors Dr. Simpe and Dr. Fapahunda Andisa Solomon. For the Master of Construction, with the title Framework to Enhance Engineering Undergraduates' Entrepreneurial Education Towards Sustainability of Employment in South Africa. Supervisors Dr. Fapahunda and Mr. Ngona Samuel Ndukuba. For the title, The Influence of a Green Building Concept on the Value of a Building. Supervisors Dr. Simpe and Dr. Fapahunda, Faith Owoa. For the Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, with the title Reuse of a Treated Textile Effluent from Cobalt Oxide and Sulfate Radical Advanced Oxidation Process. Supervisors Professor Fester and Dr. Patnik. Flash Debney, summa cum laude. For the Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, with the title Photocatalytic Disinfection of Pollutant Using Titania in Apple Juice, cum laude, with the supervisors Professor Ntwampi Morelli Doanla. For the Master of Engineering Chemical Engineering, Whitney Yewell, with the title Effect of Precursor Anion in Alcohol Water Solutions during Hydro-Solvothermal Synthesis on Cobalt Oxide Morphology. Supervisor Professor Fester, Whitney Yewell, summa cum laude. For the Master of Engineering Chemical Engineering, with the title Process Optimization and Environmental Assessment of Municipal Solid Waste Conversion to Liquid Fuels and or Chemicals, with the supervisors Dr. Osibote, Professor Oyekolo, and Mr. Rabiu Aviwe Tlaba, cum laude. For the Master of Engineering Chemical Engineering, with the title Nickel Ammonium Thiosulfate Leaching of Gold from Waste Mobile Phone Printed Circuit Boards, with the supervisors Mr. Aziz and Professor Ujumu Raumi Mboko. For the Master of Engineering Chemical Engineering, with the title Potential Toxic Elements in the Soil of a Closed Melliferous Ore Mine, with the supervisors Professor Fosu Kenkeu and Ms. Erdogan Tlandla Mchoncho. For the Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, with the title The Removal of Ionic Surfactant from Commercial Laundry Wastewater with Reverse Osmosis Membrane, with the supervisors Mr. Aziz and Professor Ntwampi Bradley Morris. For the Master of Engineering Chemical Engineering, with the title Passive Treatment of Acid Mine Drainage using South African Coal Fly Ash in a Column Reactor, with the supervisors Professor Ujumu and Professor Patrick from UWC, Etienne Ngongolo, cum laude. For the Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, with the title A Performance and Energy Evaluation of a Dye-Drawn Forward Osmosis System for the Textile Industry, with the supervisors Professor Sheldon and Dr. De Jager Mohammed Rahman. For the Master of Engineering Chemical Engineering, with the title Process Optimization and Techno-Economic Assessment of the Slow Pyrolysis of Corn Stover, with the supervisors Professor Oyekola, Ungama Soka, summa cum laude. For the Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering with the title Standard Protocols for Restoring Heritage Cementing Materials. For the supervisors, Dr. Palav and Professor Haldewang, Mafole Loke, summa cum laude. For the Master of Engineering in Civil Engineering with the title Performance Assessment of Recycled Alum Sludge in the Treatment of Textile Industry Effluent in South Africa, with the supervisors Professor Fester and Mr. Muanda, Tony Mbodi, cum laude. For the Master of Engineering Civil Engineering, with the title Effect of Round Orifice Aspect Ratios on the Non-Newtonian Fluid Discharge from Tanks, with the supervisors Professor Haldewang and Ms. Kaledi, Chepang Mohajani. For the Master of Engineering Civil Engineering, with the title The Influence of Economic Factors on South Africa's Civil Engineering Consulting Firms, with the supervisors Mr. Nel and Professor Haldenwan, Sabaka Muyanga. For the Master of Engineering Civil Engineering, low-cost pineapple peel biosorbent for the removal of aqueous cobalt from textile wastewater, supervised by Professor Fester, Agnes Joko, summa cum laude. For the Master of Engineering Electrical Engineering, with the title A Land-Based HF Transmitter for Ionospheric Propagation Studies using Superdan radars, supervised by Professor Kosh and Professor Van Sail, Lusanda Mbidi. For the Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, with the title Fault Ride-Through Capability of a Multi-Pole Permanent Magnet Synchronous Generator for Wind Energy Conversion Systems, with the supervisors Dr. Raji Clement Kendek. For the Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, with the title Analysis and Characterization of a Closed-Loop Control System for Laser Cooling and Trapping Experiment, with the supervisor Dr. Govender Victory Opiolo, summa cum laude. For the Master of Engineering Electrical Engineering, with the title Ultrasonic Cleaning Line Walker for High Voltage Power Line Insulators, with the supervisor, Mr. Wheeler and Dr. Raji Torik Ramos. For the Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, with the title Monitoring, Protection and Voltage Control of Parallel Power Transformers, based on IEC 61850-9-2 Process Bus, with the supervisors Professor Choneva and Dr. Krishnamurti Willem Peters. For the Master of Engineering Electrical Engineering, with the title Enhanced Frequency Regulation Functionality of Grid-Connected PV System, with the supervisors Dr. Raji Obu Showers. For the Master of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, with the title Impact Assessment of High Penetration of Rooftop PV in Municipal Electrical Networks, with the supervisors Dr. Raji Mziwamadoda Choloba, summa cum laude. For the Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, with the title Microstructural Effects on Properties of Additively Manufactured Inconel 625 and 718, with the supervisor Dr. Nimrawi Theo Neil Boyson. For the Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, with the title Assessment and Development of Deorbiting Technology for Nanosatellites, supervised by Professor Oliver Nicole Driver. For the Master of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, the influence of rotational speed in the friction stir welding of 6082-T6 aluminium alloy joints, supervised by Dr. Msomi Busiswa Yankis. For the Master of Engineering Mechanical, with the title Application of Mass and Energy Balances to Determine Coal, Air Required and Flue Gas Flow Rates in a Power Plant, with the supervisors Professor Oliver and Mr. Peterson, Landry Katende. We now move on to the doctoral qualifications within the faculty. There's 9 doctoral qualifications. The first one is for chemical engineering, the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, and I call on the supervisor, Professor Ujumu, to present for the title Removal of Natural Steroid Hormones from Municipal MBR Effluent with UFNFRO membranes.
Vice Chancellor, for degree of Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, and the title Removal of Natural Steroid Hormone from Municipal MBR Effluent using ultrafiltration, nanofiltration, and reverse osmosis membrane. Mujahid Aziz is a lecturer at CPUT. He hails from Strand, Western Cape. His doctoral thesis focused on the design, development, and commissioning of a ultrafiltration, nanofiltration, reverse osmosis pilot plant coupled adjacently to a full-scale MBR system at a municipal wastewater treatment work in the city of Cape Town. The view of this research is to remove inorganic, namely 17-beta estradiol and testosterone from the municipal waste treatment work, such that the pilot plant can be used for indirect water recycling application. The findings from his thesis provided an understanding of pilot plant design and predictions of level of the steroid hormones. The study provided a strong basis for the improvement of the performance of the city's treatment plant. Mujahid's study is in alignment with CPUT RTI blueprint and the South African National Development Plan. From his thesis, 5 articles were produced from accredited journals and conferences. I present to you Mujahid Aziz for the award of Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering.
The next candidate is also for the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering with the title Biochemical Processes for Balsamic Styled Vinegar Engineering. In the absence of the supervisor, Professor Ntwampe, Dr. Jolie, and Dr. Duplessis, I will be reading the citation. Lucretia Faith Hutchinson was born in Mpumalanga in Nkomazi region in 1991. She obtained a Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, cum laude, at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology in 2017. The subject of her doctoral thesis was based on the application of several process augmentation techniques with the primary aim of improving the balsamic-styled vinegar fermentation process and the quality of the final product. The study successfully applied 2 cell immobilization techniques, which included the cell entrapment technique in calcium alginate beads and the absorption technique on corn cob and oak wood chips. Other process augmentation techniques, such as agitation and aeration, were successfully studied while also computing the oxygen mass transfer kinetics for a more profound understanding of the fermentation process. The application of this research by the industry can provide an alternative outlet for substandard quality wine grapes, while also providing job opportunities and improving the bioeconomy of South Africa. The output of this research were 1 conference proceeding, 1 review article, and 3 full articles published within DEED accredited journals. I present Lucretia Faith Hutchinson for the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering. The next candidate, also for the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, with the title Metabolic Network Modeling of Nutrification and Denutrification under Cytogenic Conditions. For the supervisors, Professor Ntwampi and Dr. Chidi. In the absence of the supervisor, I will read the citation. Numisa Pongwana was born in Cholo in the Eastern Cape. She completed her high school at Oscar Mpeta High in Yanga East, Cape Town in 2008. She obtained a Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering cum laude at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology in 2016. She enrolled for a Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering in 2017, with the title of the thesis being Metabolic Network Modeling of Nutrification and Denitrification under Cyanogenic Conditions. The application of metabolic network modeling in wastewater treatment enables appropriate regulation of biological processes at a cellular level to facilitate an understanding of the microbial community in the wastewater treatment plants, especially nutrient removal. This work provided a suitable solution to the challenges associated with operating biological processes for wastewater treatment under free cyanide-laden conditions due to inhibitory effects of cyanide towards nutrient removal processes. The outcome of the study were 2 conference proceedings and 3 full articles in DEED accredited journals. For the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, I present Numisa Pongwana. Also for the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, with the title System Design for Production of Biopreservatives from Yeast for Reduction of Fruit and Beverage Spoilage Organisms, I call on the supervisor, Professor With the supervisors, Professor Ntwampi, Dr. Jolie, and Mr. Duplessis, I call on Professor Ujumu to read the citation.
Maxwell Mewa Nkonga was born in Bangwa in the western region of Cameroon. He obtained a Master of Engineering in Chemical Engineering cum laude at CPUT in 2016. The subject of his thesis was based on the design of a bioprocessing system to produce biopreservative from wild yeast for control of fruit, beverage, spoilage organism. The study successfully achieved the isolation of 3 wild yeast isolated from marula juice and fresh Shiraz juice with microbial properties against more than 6 spoilage organisms. The application of this biopreservation agent will help reduce loss of some agricultural produce amounting to about 50 billion rand per annum in South Africa. Furthermore, grape pomace, a cheaply available resource, was used as fermentation medium for the biopreservative production, with bioenergetic data also being obtained from the production process. The output of the research were 1 conference proceeding, 1 book chapter, and 3 full articles in DHET accredited journal. I present to you Mewa Mpunga for Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering.
The next candidate is also for the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering with the title Anaerobic Digestion of High-Strength Wastewater in High-Rate Anaerobic Bioreactor Systems, Case Study of Poultry Slaughterhouse Wastewater. Supervisors, Professor Ntwampi and Dr. Basiteri. I call on Dr. Basiteri to read the citation.
Thank you. Mohamed Njoya was born in Yaoundé, in the capital city of Cameroon. He enrolled for chemical engineering course at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology in 2013, obtained his bachelor degree in 2016, and completed a master's engineering in chemical engineering cum laude in 2017. His doctoral research identify and address operational challenges crippling the performance of higher rate anaerobic treatment of high-strength wastewater, specifically the poultry slaughterhouse wastewater. These challenges included the poor selection of suitable packing material for high-rate anaerobic bioreactor under-drain system, the entrapment of biogas in anaerobic granular beds, and poor distribution of substrate to the biomass in higher rate anaerobic system, the lack of predictability of the quality of the PSW from minimum water quality assessment parameters. These shortcomings were addressed through the development of a series of analysis methods geared towards determining the suitability of packing materials, the development of correlation relating water quality assessment, parameters towards their characterization and minimization of a required analysis, and the adoption of new bioreactor configuration for enhancement treatment of higher strength wastewater. The performance of this new configuration outperformed highly acclaimed existing technologies such as the EGSB, the SGBR. Subsequently, the performance of downflow high-rate anaerobic bioreactor was modeled to predict its efficiency and plant footprint. This doctoral research resulted in 2 DHET accredited articles, 2 book chapters, and 3 journals under review. Vice Chancellor, I now present you Doctor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Mohamed Njoya.
The next candidate is also for the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering with the title Application of Bioprocess Supercritical Fluid Extraction Techniques in the Production and Recovery of Some Selected Bioproducts, with the supervisor, Professor Ujumu, who will read the citation.
Abiola Ezekiel Taiwo is a lecturer at Landmark University, Omuaran in Nigeria. He holds a BTech and a Master of Science degrees in Chemical Engineering from Ladoke at Kintola University of Technology and Obafemi Awolowo University of Technology, respectively, from Nigeria. He was awarded the National Research Foundation Third World Academy of Science African Renaissance Doctoral Fellowship in 2016 to pursue his doctoral study at CPUT. His thesis focused on the application of high-pressure technology, specifically supercritical carbon dioxide, to recover some bioproducts from their fermentation broth. His thesis provided for the first time the technical feasibility base case data that may be useful for development and design of these processes on industrial scale. His research demonstrated the possibility of integrating bioprocess operation with high-pressure technology for efficient recovery of bioproducts that are safe for food, cosmetic, pharmaceutical, and medical application. His doctoral research also won the Third World Academy of Science Elsevier Foundation's Sustainable Case Study Competition Award in 2017 in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. The output from his thesis include 4 accredited journals, 2 book chapters, and 4 international conference proceedings. For the Doctor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, I present to you Abiola Ezekiel Taiwo.
The next candidate is for the Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering with the title Design and Implementation of an Integrated Solar Panel Antenna for Small Satellites. Supervisors, Professor Lemonsick, and I will read the citation in his absence. Vernon Pete David's thesis focused on the design of an integrated solar panel antenna for use in low Earth orbit satellites. Solar panels, sensors, and antennas all compete for a surface area on the satellite, and this is specifically relevant to small satellites such as CubeSats. The purpose of this research was to combine the antenna and the solar panel functionality as a single component, thus optimally utilizing the satellite's surface area. This was achieved by using an optically transparent rectangular dielectric resonator antenna made of ceramic glass on top of a triple junction gallium arsenide solar cell. Several dielectric resonator antenna elements were combined into an array with a back-to-back Yahi-Uda topology. An array feeding network was proposed that can steer the radiation beam with a constant flux density profile over steering angle using a single digital phase shifter. Several numerical techniques verified the design, and a prototype was built and measured. The array achieved a beam steering limit of plus minus 66 degrees with a measured maximum gain of 11.4 dBi. The output from this thesis includes 1 accredited journal and 2 peer-reviewed international conference publications. For the Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Vernon Davids. The next candidate is for the Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering with the title Sustainable Off-Grid Electricity Supply using a LTE communication model for rural towns in South Africa, with the supervisor, Professor Khan, who will read the citation.
Thank you. I present a citation of the candidate Barend Bernhardus Johannes Groenewald, whose thesis was titled Sustainable Off-Grid Electricity Supply Using LTE Communications Model for Rural Towns in South Africa. The sustainable off-grid systems with reliable communication backbones is essential in the arena of energy access in South Africa. One of the most important challenges and questions the thesis answered was how effective communication platforms would be deployed within such systems that would have a highly efficient, fast, reliable, and very secure characteristics to transmit and respond to any type of fault conditions which may occur within distributed renewable energy systems. This is particularly relevant in the expansion of such networks into the smart grid. For the purpose of this thesis, different communication networks were studied, compared, and modeled to determine their suitability for deployment within sustainable off-grid networks to meet the challenge of the smart grid integration. There are many wireless technologies available, such as cognitive radio networks, CRNs, third-generation partnership projects, 3GPP releases, and the Universal Mobile Telecommunication System, UMTS, and long-term evolution, LTE. Cognitive radios are intelligent software-defined radios, SDRs, that efficiently utilize the unused regions of the frequency spectrum to achieve a higher data rate. The CRNs, however, is unlicensed technology which suffers from lower quality of service, QoS, and high latency problems. It is here where LTE, which is commercially expanding under the 3GPP, is promising licensed technology which addresses the issue of quality of service and latency. The utilization of existing LTE networks in the model proposed by the thesis showed a greatly reduced cost of operation. Such an adoption would lead to expansion during the introduction phase of smart grid deployment, especially in rural networks in South Africa. Vice-Chancellor, I call upon you to award the degree of the Doctor of Engineering, Electrical Engineering, to the candidate Barend Johannes Groenewald.
The next candidate is also for the Doctor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering with the title Fuel Cell Power Conditioning Multi-Phase Converter for 1,400 VDC megawatt stacks, supervised by Professor Khan, who will read the citation.
For the degree Doctor of Engineering, Electrical Engineering, for the candidate Khalid bin Hamad, whose title for the thesis is Fuel Cell Power Conditioning Multi-Phase Converters for 1,400 volt DC megawatt stacks. The concept of multi-level inverters have been around for a while, but in this application it has proved to be quite novel. Multi-level inverters are getting more popularity and attractiveness as compared to conventional inverters in high voltage and high power applications. These inverters are suitable for harmonic mitigation in high power applications where switching devices are unable to function at high switching frequencies, especially at high powers. For a given application, the choice of appropriate multi-level technology and the control schemes are not defined and depend on various engineering compromises. This research focused on the 3-level diode clamped inverters. The aim was to model and control a 3-level diode clamp inverter for the grid connection of a megawatt fuel cell stack. The design system considered a 1.54 megawatt plant operating 1,400 volt DC proton exchange membrane fuel cell stacks and a 1.26 megawatt 3-level diode clamp inverter with a nominal voltage of 600 volts and a LCL filter, which was designed to reduce the harmonics and meet the standards of the IEEE 519 and the IEC 6100036. The inverter control scheme comprised voltage and current regulators to provide a good power factor and satisfy synchronization requirements with the grid. The frequency and the phase are synchronized with those of the grid through a phase-locked loop. The developed system performed very well, with a low total harmonic distortion of about 0.35% for the voltage and 0.19% for the current. 4 peer-reviewed journal and international conference publications emanated from this research. Vice-Chancellor, I call upon you to award the degree of Doctor of Engineering, Electrical Engineering to the candidate Khalid bin Hamad.
Then, for the Dean's Medalist for the class of 2019 for the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment, Knikel Rajpal, was born in 1996, matriculated from Simonstown High School in 2013. He registered for the first year of his National Diploma in Maritime Studies the following year and returned to the Cape Peninsula University of Technology to complete his National Diploma in 2019, after spending some time at sea to complete his sea time. He obtained an average of 83.7% with distinctions in 27 out of his 29 subjects. The award goes to Knikel Rajpal. Thank you.